Welcome back to another video, and you join me on the M62. Traffic's crap, down to 40 miles an hour, basically like most days on this road. Now this video is going to be a little bit different because I haven't had a chance to pick my GoPro up yet, which has got loads of content on. So I am making sure I put that video out again this week. So it is currently, what day are we on? Thursday. This video is going out tomorrow, hopefully, if I have enough content. And we're going to go and fit an air tank now. On the air tanks on these trailers, the skelly trailers, where the brackets are at the back, they seem to wear away and they seem to cause leaks. So we've got an air tank being delivered. We're going to get there and go and fit that, hopefully. Tomorrow we are in Norwich for a trailer service, and then we are in Burton Latimer for 2 trailer services, and then that is us done for Friday. So yeah, sorry that I haven't been able to get you decent content, but I will make sure that I'll put something out this week because we have to stay consistent with it. So let's get to the first job. Go and get this, have a look at this air tank, and let's go and put a new one on. Also for the new people that subscribe, thank you for subscribing. Thanks to everyone that liked the last video, commented, and everything like that. You know, it goes a long way, and I really appreciate it. So let's get to this job. So we're just going to wait for it to build up here, and then we'll see where it's coming from. Okay, so tank isn't that old by the looks of it, but where the brackets are on the back of them, they leak in between. Why they do that, I don't know. Knobhead here hasn't got a 28mm spanner. Make sure you have one of them to take the pipe off, so I've had to go with these bad boys. So we'll let that drain out now. 4 17mm bolts, undo them. I've got one more to get out. We'll let this air drain out, take the pipe off, pull the tank out, and I'll show you where it's leaking from. But it doesn't look that old by the looks of it. They're not very good, I don't think. Here's what it is, must be a weak point on them. So let's drain this out and then get the tank off. Okay, so here's the tank off. This is where it's leaking, in between here. Must be just a bad point for it. So I'm going to get these bolts out here, put it onto a new tank and then bolt it up. So it's not really a hard job, to be honest with you. It's just a bit time consuming. So it's Friday morning. Left the house at, what time did I leave this morning? Just after 6. I've been down to near Norwich to get a trailer done there. 4 hours to get there it was. And then we were over at Kettering sort of way to do some trailers. They're 25 plate trailers, so I can't even record anything there. Really, so it's a bit of a poo one. I mean, I've shown through trailer inspections before. Don't really want to waste your time in showing you again. I'm not even sure how this video is going to go, but it is what it is. If this video is out, I'm really surprised. Probably won't be, but you never know what could happen. I've still got to get back home yet. I've got to some point wire the van. Say on the box, I'll show you. So on the box we have a 24 supply down here. We have 2 truck batteries, but to charge them we have a system. I can't remember what it's called now. Victron I think it's called. So that runs a cable from there to the unit to the battery, which the van then charges. It's 24 volt batteries. So I've got to wire that at some point. I'm going to have all this done, all going to come out, a whole lot, because, well, I've been told just in weight it's half a ton. So it is what it is. It needs to come out. Now, I've had a few questions on Instagram. I'm more than happy to answer these questions on these videos. I'm going to go for a couple of questions that I've been asked, and I'll try and give you all some answers. So the first question I've been asked is, how did I get into this industry? Well, I left school from it was Lings at the time in Northampton. If you know Northampton, you know Lings. There you go. So I left there, and I originally wanted to get into cars because I was always into cars. I still am into cars. But my dad was like, "You'd be better off getting into trucks." So okay. Obviously, I used to go out with them a lot in the trucks and that, and I always had a thing for them. So Mum drove me around, handed out CV, well not CVs, but handed out stuff to try and get apprenticeships. Scania, MAN, couldn't get one, couldn't get any there. They didn't have any at the time. And then I started with Brian Curry's in Northampton, if you know that. Brian Curry's down in Northampton. So I started there at 16. So from school straight in there, and did 3-year apprenticeship there. My college was at Bristol. Some good times there, some good laughs, good lads. I enjoyed it there. Plenty of out in the piss and all that sort of stuff, and you learn a lot, but I always think that you learn the most when you're actually on your own, you're actually doing it. So from there, after I finished my apprenticeship, I stayed for a couple more years, and then I flew the nest and went elsewhere. So then I started with a mobile phone out of a van, not a fridge van, out of a van, and started there. Made mistakes. I was fresh out of it, and still learnt bits as I went on. And from there, I went to MAN. That was good. I liked MAN. Good lads, real good lads there. Still friends with some of them now. So I was there for a couple of years on night shifts, and then went to days. Good bunch of lads down there at the time. And then from there I went to Ryder. So this is where the YouTube first started, was at Ryder. I was there for 7 years at Ryder. Enjoyed it. Good bunch of lads. Good workforce. We had some laughs. I could show you some videos, but I can't show you some of them. I don't know whether you've seen the video on my shorts. There's a video of me. We were driving around the yard. I was young, and lad slammed his brakes on, and it dashed. I weren't doing it myself, but yeah, good times there. Friends with lads now. Speak to a lot of them at least once a month. One of them I speak to every week. I've been friends with them for a long time before that. So that for me is the best bit. And then from Ryder, went to Mercedes. I was a workshop controller for a year, and then obviously moved up north. Then from there, just contracting, bits and bobs there. Got myself into trouble with filming. Main dealer, not Daff. I've mentioned the name already. So yeah, got in a bit of, not trouble, but take the videos down. That's why you'll notice on some old videos they all went. So yeah, obviously contracting and bits and bobs like that, and then obviously started out on my own. My good friend at HGV Fleet, I've been friends with him for a long time. He worked at Ryder with me. We're pretty close, and so he had a van. He's got a very successful business. He's done really, really well for himself, and went out with him, and he's helped me towards getting started up with my stuff. Well, not with the van, but previous vans, and helped me with what kit to get, and helped me sort out with the compressor. He's done a lot to help me out, and it's good when you get good people like that to help you out. But yeah, that's basically where I've sort of been here and there. So yeah, that answers that question. I've only got a couple of questions I've just been asked. I thought I'd catch up on it. Another question I got asked is, what's the worst thing about the job? Now, there was something Tattoo Tech said before. I can't remember exactly how he said it, but basically it was you have to you have to have some sort of passion about this job to want to do it, and it's right. If you have no enthusiasm for the job, yeah, you ain't gonna last 5 minutes. I mean, you might, but a lot of people won't, because let's be honest, you go home stinking of diesel, you go home stinking of oil, you hurt yourself. You know, I've gone home with scratches all on my hands and split my head open. I've done this, I've done that. And you know, when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and that phone rings and it's December and it's cold, yeah, they're the times that you wish you hadn't been doing the job. But you know, with the shit times, there's good times. You know what I mean? The camaraderie you have, lads and women into it as well. You know, I see a lot of workshops like now as a group. Majority of the time, a lot of lads will get, so not everyone's going to agree with everything, but a lot of people will get along together. You know, and that for me is one of the best things about it. You know, it's a tough job sometimes, but you know, there's some very talented men, women, fit mechanics out there, and you know, it's a trade that, you know, needs to get more people into, especially young people. You know, then the odd messages I have had from younger lads about stuff, you know, I'm always willing to help out and give as much advice I can. I can't give us some advice as some people, but you know, I'll try and show in these videos, I'll try and tell it how it is and show it how it is. You know, the jobs that are a pain in the ass, jobs that you can't figure out, the stupid shit you miss, and all stuff like that. The last question that I got asked is, how did I get into YouTube? So I'm gonna make this one short and sweet. It's something I've always wanted to do. If anyone tells you, okay, if you want to get into it, anyone tells you it's easy, you just record a video and you just put it up, yeah, it's crap. It's not easy. As you can see from my timetable of video outputs, it's hard to be consistent. You know, when I'm working, you know, you don't always get your camera out to start filming. You know, I'm trying to do that a bit more, but it's hard to do that. You know, you can't say to your customer, wait there mate, I know you've got a brake chamber going, I know you're stuck on the side of the M6, but let me just go and get my camera, and then I'll be with you. You just can't do that. But anyway, getting back into how I got into it, I've always wanted to do it, and a good friend of mine, it's all about good friends here, a good friend of mine, Jack, I worked at Rider with him, he's got a channel actually, Cut Crew, go and check them out. I'll try and leave a link down for their channel. Brilliant lad. He said about getting into it, he helped me, you know, suggesting about things. He edited one of the videos for me, the truck review actually. So he helped me get into that a lot, and I was thankful for him of it. You know, the channel probably wouldn't be, the channel wouldn't be where it is now without him. And yeah, so I always wanted to do it, and then I just start, yeah, because I was into the cars, I started recording the car stuff. But that's a hard market to get into. There's a lot of people that are doing it. And you got to be good at it. I'm not saying my videos weren't that good, but you know, they were alright. But you know, one day I thought, I've got a good job here, why am I not recording what I'm doing at work? So then I just started, and my first video I think was when I was at Ryder on the Howden's contract. We did a clutch on one. And that was, you know, that video's doing really well actually. Still get plenty of views. It started from there, and then I just got more and more keen into it. You know, bought a stand. I haven't got it in the van; it's in the old van. But I bought a tripod. When I was doing the clutch, I had the tripod down the camera face. Oh, honestly, they're probably the best times actually. And yeah, no, just carried it on from there, and just, you know, I don't get recognised. You know, the odd time I have been recognised, you know, it gives you a bit of like, oh, you know, and touch wood, you know, I haven't had many bad comments. I'm really lucky I haven't had many. Maybe my videos are alright, you'd have to tell me. But I've been really lucky with that, you know. And my channel just, you know, every week would be 2 subscribers, 1 subscriber. And then the professional strugger, if you follow me, you undoubtedly follow him. His videos are brilliant. Really nice bloke. Really nice bloke. Very clever, very knows what he's doing. You know, always enjoyed his channel, and he just mentioned me this one time when I did a DPF, and it just helped it blow up, you know, over 1,000 then, you know, and it's been consistent ever since like that. And here we are now. We're still, I think we're five years in. You know, 7,000 subscribers, which compared to some is not a lot, but for me it's 7,000 people that tune in and watch the videos. And for me, you know, I'll always be grateful. I don't care if I had 2 subscribers or whether I had 100,000 subscribers. You know, it doesn't matter that, you know, I'll keep trying to put videos out. You know, some weeks, like this week, I haven't had my GoPro. I'm like, well, I still need to get a video out. I've had some of these, you know, questions on Instagram. Let's get a video out and answer these questions for people. So yeah, where do I want to be with it? 10,000 by end of Jan, Feb. That's the aim. And without you guys, you know, I wouldn't be where I am now. So I'd always appreciate your help with that. So yeah, if you've got any more questions you want to ask me, drop me a message on Instagram or drop a question down below in the comments, and I'll try and answer it in the video. I'll try and do one each video. You know, I'm not gonna do it like this, but you know, one each video. So I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you're well. If you haven't already, then you can think about subscribing. I really appreciate it, and I will definitely catch you next week with my GoPro back that I can edit that video of, which is good content actually. So yeah, I will see you all in the next one.